peoples? You know who it is. It's your boy, the Bad Nigga True Podcast, and your host, Premise, aka your favorite cousin.
T.O. Mr. Sturdypot. We got a guest. Go ahead and introduce yourself, brother.
I'm L.A. Hill, president of Enlightened Minds Mentoring.
You know what I'm saying? And we're going to try to have a positive show today. You know what I mean? So how y'all brothers been, man?
I'm good.
Life is good, no complaints.
That's what's up. I didn't die this week. So we're still here. You know, they clowned me last week about my near-death experience. But we're going to talk about that.
Oh, man.
Yeah, it was bad.
He always be throwing me under the bus, man. Get used to that.
No, I don't do that, man. And T.O., he got an accident this week. That's why he got the cast on.
Yeah.
Oh.
You know what I'm saying? So
It's all good. I'll be straight by like,
you tell them what happened?
I slept on my hands wrong. And I woke up and the jank was leaning the wrong way.
So I'm telling the truth.
You always...
You want to tell them the truth?
Let's go ahead and get up into these cars, man.
Hey, we got a bunch of the joints, man. But before we get started, man, like, why don't you tell people about the program, your mentorship and everything, so they know, you know, exactly.
All right. So we started Enlightened Minds Mentoring in 2016. It's a non-profit so that we could impact the black males in our community in a positive way. So we started out mentoring in middle school, then we got to elementary, and now we do middle school, elementary, and high school. We do community outreach projects. We do a sneaker drive every year. We take kids to DC to see whoever Should Rogers play, whatever team she play on, she give us tickets to take the kids VIP courtside so they can experience something outside of their community. We also we do yearly programs as far as like anything in the community to impact the youth. So we've done a lot of things, and we just continue to grow and hopefully just change lives one individual at a time.
All right.
So what city are y'all based out of?
Suffolk mainly right now.
Oh, that's what's up.
Yeah. And I first seen the court light of it last year, or over the summer, I think, when you was when you had the kids out like trying to get people getting to cut grass and
We did
learn how to make money and manage it and all that.
Absolutely. So we started summer youth initiative where we got a group of kids. Anybody that wanted to work, they would cut grass, remove debris, any industrial work they could get, and at the end of the week they would come up with a payroll where they would pay each other, take out expenses. So they basically was running their own business throughout the summer. So they was able to get a glimpse of business ownership, understand the overhead and how to balance their budget and how to commence payroll. So they definitely enjoyed it, and it was definitely a enlightening experience. So they already looking at working next summer on how they can expand and get crews, and it's crazy to see how they, you know what I'm saying, understanding the business mind. So
I need to get my son in there. he got that mindset. He always asking about cutting grass and everything. Mm-hmm. But this community, they cut their own grass. So
right.
But yeah, I definitely seen that, man. I think it's a good thing too, man, because especially for our younger males, you know what I mean? Because so many of them get a bad rep for the ones that's not doing nothing productive. You know what I'm saying? And so to see them actually doing something good, wanting to do something good, I feel like that's definitely a good thing to have.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely. You know, when you know better, you'll do better. You know what I'm saying? So everybody want to complain about the youth, but ain't nobody got no solutions. You know what I'm saying? So we said, well, if we give them an option, you know what I'm saying? We give them an option, then they'll be like, okay, well, I can do this as opposed to doing that. So instead of just sitting around doing the summer, doing nothing, come on, make some money, learn how to invest, you know what I'm saying, and continue to flip your money the legal way, you know what I'm saying, and then, you know, so they was, hey, you see them when they get that pay, when they get their money on that Friday and they don't work hard, you know what I'm saying, they flashing their money, but they also saving and investing. So, you know, it was a good look for them. And,
that's good.
You know what I'm saying? Mentoring, all mentoring is going back and telling somebody what you wish you would have known earlier in their life. That's all it is. So if you want a mentor, go back and just, you know, pick somebody up that you know or don't know, reach out to them and say, look, I want to help you be successful. know what I'm saying? These are things I wish I'd have known earlier. So let me help you get to where I am a lot sooner in life.
What's the youngest you can be to start off into the program?
Well, we start off normally in the 3rd grade.
Okay.
So around 8, 9, and then from that on all the way to high school. But we definitely divide our groups up so it's not too big of a gap between the kids. So we may have a senior that's in high school that will be a lead for elementary and middle school. But you know what I'm saying, just want to make sure that everybody stay age appropriate. You know what I'm saying, that conversations and you know, how they behave and act. So
okay.
Now to put you on the spot, just a thought that just jumped in my head. Do y'all talk to the young black men about like what's going on with the police?
Yeah,
how do y'all handle like that
we
situation?
we had a law enforcement officer come in and just to dispel some of, you know, the myths, you know, like I know not all officers are bad. They are bad officers, you know what I'm saying? But you know what I'm saying, we had to understand that each situation is different, you know what I'm saying? So you're gonna come across some crooked cops. I mean, just to be a buck with it, you know what I'm saying? But you won't come across some cops that's gonna help you stay out of trouble too. And you don't want to spite your nose, you know what I'm saying, for your face. So it's like we had to teach them, okay, this is what it is. You know what I'm saying? You already gonna be prejudged before they even walk up to you. But you know what I'm saying, how you conduct yourself is gonna go a long way in what happens next. You know, I know our civil rights are often trampled on, you know what I'm saying, being in a minority. So, you know what I'm saying, you gotta know that you're not gonna get the same privileges as another race. And we just gotta keep it 100 with everybody. Like, this is just how it is. Even me as an educated black male, when I get pulled over, I gotta be tending to, you know what I'm saying, like upright. You know what I'm saying? Like, even though my stuff legit, you know what I'm saying, I still gotta conduct myself different than somebody else is gonna be like, man, why you pulling me over? Now, I can't ask that question. No, like, it's gonna be a problem on top. So we tell them, you know what I'm saying, like, this is how it is. This is the reality of the situation. And if you want to get home, sometimes you got to carry it this way. You know what I'm saying? So that's what we have.
That's true.
Especially, I know, like, you know, for me, man, this is crazy too, because, you know, just like you said, once they pull you over, first thing they see, you know, especially, you know, I usually got the bald, so they're like, okay, bald head, big dude, beard, he fits the description of a lot of stuff.
Right.
And it's like, you know what I mean? And it's like, right then, you got to be like, all right, look, what's more important? Me trying to show out or me getting back home to my kids?
Absolutely.
Me getting back home to my kids and wife is the most important thing at the end of the day. So even if, no matter how much in the wrong or right I am, it's, you know what, you right.
But you know what's crazy?
You know what I mean?
Not to go too far off subject, but you still see cases where the man followed the directions to the T.
Absolutely.
And still got messed up.
Absolutely.
I mean, so I know in some young heads like, well, he followed directions and, you know, look what happened to him anyway.
But
you know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. But then you get the litigation part of it. You know what I'm saying? You get your lawyer. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna either settle out of court or they're gonna have the court settle it for them. You know what I'm saying? So I look at it. Everything in life is almost like a chess game. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes we playing checkers and everybody else playing chess. So I tell kids, all right, you may not win that one battle right there, but 3 moves down, you're gonna get your queen. You're gonna get checkmate. So that's how I look at it, you know what I'm saying? So if we can go the legal route through litigation, you know what I'm saying, I can come out that way as opposed to me trying to fight right here, you know what I'm saying, and getting crossed up and then sent to jail with no legal parameters to back me. So as long as I'm doing what I'm supposed to do, you know what I'm saying, they still violate, at least I can try to get a litigation to ease that situation out a lot better for me.
I like that you said that because a lot of times, if some of us go through a situation and we're able to make it out, we'll just go home mad. We'll vent to our boys, but we won't go as far as what you just said.
Absolutely.
Like the litigation.
Just put it
part.
on the internet. And be like, all right,
Yeah,
everybody gonna see it. Like, yo, you gotta go further than that because the only thing they understand is when you hit them pockets.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? So,
absolutely. All officers got their badge number right there. Yeah. So you know what I'm saying, you got opportunity to peek that, remember that, write it down, and then go file your complaint, man. I mean, the system is set up like that. So if I get your badge number and I go down and file a complaint, I get my lawyer, you know what I'm saying, to come in and be like, this is what happened. I mean, then you got your phone right there. You can record the whole process. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, it's a lot of things that we can do to protect ourselves, even in wrongdoing. So, you know, I just feel like we got to do it the same way they do it. They want to go through the paper route, we can go to the paper route too. You know what I'm saying? So
nothing on this earth is more scarier than an educated black man.
That's it.
And I stand by that.
Absolutely.
I stand by that.
Absolutely. And that's what we teach our kids too. Like, you know what I'm saying? We tell them your history don't start in America. You know what I'm saying? Your history started way before then. So you want to go back to the Moors, and we had to teach them how to bathe and all that type stuff. Yeah. Like we was far educated a lot longer than most of civilization, all of civilization actually. So it's like don't let them tell you that your history started in slavery. Nah, it didn't. You know what I'm saying? So like you said, they know how educated we are. We far superior intellectually and physically. So those two attributes make us a huge threat in America. So when we educate our young black men to who they really are and that their life is valuable, then they less likely to take a risk that they don't have to because they realize the value on who they are.
Yeah, definitely. So let me ask you this too. Before we get into the topics and things, when you deal with like mentoring, like how receptive are the parents to it? As far as like you know, wanting to help make sure that the kids, you know, doing what they're supposed to do when they're not with y'all, so that way, you know, they can keep that learning going forward.
I mean, like I tell parents, like I only have your kids a few hours out the day. You got them to rest.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like either you gonna reinforce what we trying to do, you know what I'm saying, or you gonna help me spinning my wheels in the mud.
Yeah.
So it's like I can't I only can do but so much that little bit of time, like, but you got the rest of the time. So either you gonna help or you gonna hinder. So you came to me for mentoring, that you need some help with your son. I'm here to do that, but I need you to follow along and help me too. And that's with anything I do, whether when I was working in, you know, intensive in-home or TDT, therapeutic day treatment, when I do in-home counseling, like all those things play a part. Like it's just, you have to reinforce positive behavior.
Yeah, definitely. So, all right, so let me get into some joints later. Snatch my cord up. Hey, you know, you get old and chunky, you start messing up everything. All right, so it's got a few things like I noticed too, man, like a lot when I go online, you see more young black males starting things like I seen the young kids who started their own water company.
Yeah.
It was another guy, I don't remember the topic fully. I think he started some kind of mobile service and stuff like that.
Oh, yeah.
And so when you see things like that, or the young ladies who got the tea, that started their own tea brand and stuff like that, is that something that you show the kids also so they can see, like, or shoot, not even just them, like even Master P and stuff like that with the, you know, the new noodle thing, the shoes and all of that. Is that something that y'all show them so that you can see, like, okay, look, you don't have to be Bill Gates in order to be successful. You can start here, like these group of guys did. They did whatever they did, put their stuff together, and now they got their own thing going.
Absolutely, and we've been working on teaching kids how to brand themselves.
Definitely, that's
so,
where the money at.
Yeah, absolutely. So we got kids that said they want to design their own sneaker line. So it's actually a designer out now. Is it SIA that's blowing up? Like he's really like killing the game right now as far as an urban black designer. So I showed this young man him and how you can just design your own shoe and make it big too. Like you don't have to be just Nikes all the time. You can do your own thing. So I push anybody dream because, like I said, if you want to talk about Nike, he started selling shoes out his trunk of his car too. Phil Knight, you know what I'm saying? Now look where he at. So just ain't no difference between Phil Knight and you. You know what I'm saying? Y'all, as long as you got the same determination and mindset to grow, you can do it. Now, my business partner, we just started Wall Street Cafe in Suffolk. So that's going to open up next year, where it's going to be a hub for black males and women that want to get into entrepreneurship. So we're going to have the Dow Jones going across, we're going to have the Euro going across. You're going to come in, you're going to have all the opportunity to start your own business, learn how to grow your money. So it's another hub that we're trying to do in downtown Suffolk right now. So we definitely pushing entrepreneurship.
Y'all a visit.
Oh, definitely
We definitely pay y'all a visit. You know what I
Gotta show
mean?
love.
Definitely, man. I like to see stuff like that too because it shows, you know, like I said, that it's not just. It's more than just going out here and getting in trouble trying to make money. Like you can make a lot of money other ways also. It don't just have to be, oh well, you know, I got to go out here and rob somebody. I got to go sell a pack or something to get some money. You know what I'm saying? So, and it's just take patience and time, but you know, overall, it'll work out for you better in the long run that way. Also,
It's just about understanding what your product is. You know what I'm saying? Like if you are a drug dealer, you can be a business owner. You know what I'm saying? I see a lot of hustlers now and then flip the script and they running their own successful business. It's supply and demand. It's all that's all it is. So if you got a valuable product, man, you push it. You know what I'm saying? You can make money the legal way. And that's what we just try to tell these kids.
You hear that? Word. If you can sell a pack, you can sell product.
That's it. That's true.
You know what I mean? Like
it's true.
Like shoot, man. And then on top of that, if you sell your own product too, you ain't got to look over your back for jakes.
That's it.
All that good stuff. So it's definitely ways to get stuff done out here, man. And then that's what I'm talking about. So as far as like with the mentoring, do y'all talk like education, telling the kids like, you know, college or learning trades and all that stuff also?
Absolutely. So the first thing I ask kids, what's your passion? You know what I'm saying? Everybody don't want to go to a job they hate every day. True. That's the worst life you want to live, yo. When you gotta go to a job that you hate every day. So I found out what their passion is. Then we outlined a plan for them to be successful according to what their passion is. Now some want to do education, some want to work with their hands, and some want to go into the military. So those three, or some want to own their own business. So those 4 outlets is what we curtail everybody game plan to life. According to whatever their passion is.
Okay. All right. So let me ask you this. So considering that y'all work with the high school kids now and stuff, I've seen in a school in Cincinnati where they want to start drug testing the kids that go to the school. You know what I'm saying? And it's crazy because I read into the article, seeing like, well, first off, how you drug testing minors?
Yeah,
And then secondly, I was like, well, what are the consequences? And so they said the consequences range from first, a parental notification, secondly, a suspension, third, an expulsion. And it just had me sitting there like, so you mean to tell me that in high school, y'all already going to start singling out kids because,
That's what I was going to say. Ain't no such thing as a random test.
Well, they said all students, but we know all students are not going to get drug tested. You know what I mean?
That's not even a fair thing to start at a school. It's just, it's not fair because it's a target that they aiming for. They just try to put it in the media. They try to say it politically correct or whatever. We know who they aiming for. All students, come on now, let's do the ratio. All students, there's going to be minorities. They're going to be the highest ones tested. You know what I'm saying? You don't got Stewart over here with the glasses that come to class on time every day. He's not getting tested, but he got a whole bong in his book bag. You feel me? Y'all know what I'm talking about. There ain't no random test. Come on, miss me with that one.
Oh man, how you feel about that? Like hearing something like that, it's just like.
Real quick, that's the same thing as putting metal detectors in schools. Which schools have metal detectors and which ones don't? Yeah. Think about it.
And which schools get shot up and which ones don't.
That's it.
Yeah. That's it.
You know what I mean? Like, and I hate to say it that way, but I always looked at it like when I see stuff like that, I'm like, oh, this school got shot up, and I'm like, it's crazy. That's not in an urban area where we got metal detectors and bars on the windows and all of this. And you look at it and they're like, well, why don't y'all have that at y'all school? Oh, well, we don't want our students to feel like prisoners.
Word.
The hell?
Okay.
So you mean to tell me I got to get searched every time I go in there, but he don't?
And we got the safest schools.
Yeah.
I don't think in history you done heard of a nigga shooting up a school.
No.
I'm just saying. I haven't heard. You heard?
No, I had my kids look up the other day how many mass shooters there was in the United States. You know what I'm saying? It was 385 mass shootings in the United States.
Just this year?
This year alone.
At the schools?
No, just mass shooting
mass
period.
shooters. Oh, okay.
You know what I'm saying? That's including schools. You know what I'm saying? And then when you look at the demographics of that, you know what I'm saying? That's not even us.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Pretty much.
You know, so it's like, I think, you know, and I just think people need to realize that we're not even the terrorists in America.
No.
The first thing you think of a mass shooting, what pop up in your head?
You already know what time it is. You already know.
Oh, who done pissed Billy off today?
Right,
Yeah.
right. So, you know, and
F you, Mom.
That's all it is. So,
And they always get captured alive.
that's it.
Alive.
I mean, so no matter what the media try to tell you, and I try to tell my mentees this, I'm like, you're not the number one killer in America. Understand that. So you don't got to live your life thinking that's what you are. You know what I'm saying? So we have to switch the paradigm of what media is influencing our kids. You know what I'm saying? We're thinking they killers. You're not really the killers in America. You know what I'm saying? You're not the number one terrorist in America. So no matter what they try to tell you, that's not what you are. So we got to change that narrative about who we are by just telling everybody, oh yeah, you a threat to society. Nah, you not the threat to society.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So don't let them continue to push it down your throat to change who you are.
Definitely, man. And I noticed too, like I sat back one day, man, and I was thinking, I was like, man, well, you know, as a black male being younger, and you know, I was like, you know, once I made it to 21, you know, they, oh man, well, you lucky if you make it to 18 to 21. I made it to 21, no arrests. You know what I mean? Okay, cool. Then I make it to 25, 30, 36. You know what I'm saying? About to be 37. Not a lot of trouble. And I sat down, I was like, yo, you know, it's crazy. All my life, I used to hear stuff like, you know, if you make it to this age, you lucky, and all this and that. And they teach us as blacks, well, you know, tomorrow ain't promised for you, so you gotta live it up for the day. But then you sit there and you be like, well, how come I gotta live it up for the day? But I could have a buddy that's white and he's told plan for your future.
Right.
I'm told I might not see tomorrow, but he's told plan for your future. And you know, and I started looking at the separation of things. And so when you look at it that way, you see stuff like, well, how come when he turned 40, he got a $60 million in stock?
Right.
Because he planned for 20 years earlier, as opposed to being told, hey, look, you 18, you might make it to 21.
Right.
Like, you know what I mean? Look, they might.
Yeah, that's the narrative they want to push. Because if you only thinking about, like I said, between checkers and chess.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They playing chess. Like they investing, you know what I'm saying? They looking at what upcoming companies are starting and they investing in the early. So then when they actually do make it, they can flip that money and then they got generational wealth going on. We not even thinking about that. You know what I'm saying? So
Danny's dollars.
Right. So they keep pushing that narrative for us that, you know what I'm saying, that of course black on black crime is, you know what I'm saying, but white on white crime is at the same percentage.
Oh,
you know what I'm saying?
No, and that stuff is more horrendous.
So it's like, you know what I'm saying, they wanna keep our black men in the mindset that they not gonna live long, so they might as well not even worry about the future. And then when they actually make it to that point, you know what I'm saying, they living in poverty. So we gotta change the whole narrative, man.
60 years old, still depending on the Walmart check. Like, yo,
that's not it, man.
You know
That's not it.
Not where it's at, man. You know what I'm saying? So definitely put my jumps down. And I jump all over the place.
No,
I have everything written in order, still jump all over
No,
the
you
place.
good, you good.
You know what I'm saying? So, and I know, let's see here. Okay, so when it comes to the schools and stuff also, do you think that along with, you know, what you do as a mentor, teaching kids like money management, things like that, do you think that should be something that's taught in schools also? Or do you think that should be more of a parental thing? As far as like money management, you know, because when you leave school, they don't teach you how to manage money, how to do taxes. I would say balance the checkbook, but that's old. So probably how to, swipe with responsibility. Oh man, you still got checks. You know what I'm saying, and things like that. Or even job interview etiquette, because they don't even show you that in school, and that makes a difference from learning how to talk properly or not even properly, but just learning how to speak like you got sense, as opposed to sitting there like, man, shoot, cuz I'm just trying to get the job. You know what I mean?
did have that one club though, back in high school. FBLA.
Yeah.
What Future Business? Business Leaders of America.
Yeah. But I mean, not even just with a club though. Like, should it be something that's taught?
Part of the curriculum.
Period.
Yeah.
Part of the curriculum.
Yeah, because I can tell you now, I haven't used the Pythagorean theorem in my life. I'm gonna tell you that now. I don't know what that was for. I haven't used it. You know what I'm saying? I haven't dissected no frogs since I left high school.
Man.
You know, I mean, I'm just saying.
No, I mean that's.
I feel you.
The educational system is not geared for life after high school. You know what I'm saying? It's not geared to.
That's what I was getting into.
To help you be successful as an adult. You know what I'm saying? Now they ain't got home economics anymore. So it's like, how you supposed to live? You know what I'm saying? When all you learn how to do is take tests throughout your whole educational career in school. And that's something that I think the Department of Education and different school systems are starting to evaluate and reconsider. But until then, it's up to us. You know what I'm saying? Like, my parents ain't teach me about credit. You know what I'm saying? Like, so it's like, if I didn't know anything about it, if I'd have knew about it earlier, I could have been further along in life. You know what I'm saying? So I just see them, they kept all that to themselves, how much money they made, how to balance their budget, you know what I'm saying? How to make sure that they was in position to buy a home. Like, they did all this thing in front of me, but they never taught me. You know what I'm saying? Then I had to go out there and learn by trial and error when I could have just had the roadmap a lot sooner in life. So
they just give you the stare. They just walk, hey, look, when you get my age, gonna fuck your credit up. Right? What you like? What the?
Right.
What?
Right. Teach me
You know
how
what
to
I'm
say
saying?
it. Like, right.
But I gotta defend kids. You gotta listen too, cause I was taught early. I just didn't listen, and I left.
Yeah, true.
left
I mean,
at an early age. I just didn't listen.
As a kid,
For real, I didn't
stuff like that seems so far fetched because you be like, man, I'm 12. I don't care about this. You know what I'm saying? Because in your mind, 18 is like 1,000 years away. But really, before you know it, you graduate and then you like, ooh, I ain't pay attention to nothing.
Credit. When I first heard the word credit, like on my own at the mall, right? Like, yeah, you don't have to put nothing on. You don't have to pay for it right now. It's credit. I can get this. I can walk out. I sign. Hey, what I gotta do? Next thing you know,
right here with
years later, you still owe it for
interest rate.
ain't got no
Put
more.
that on that. Still paying off credit cards from '86. Like, yeah, look. Man.
That's one thing I never did. I never got a credit card. Never did
I
that.
had one, but I knew. Once I figured out how it worked, I was like, yo, I'm not going to be one of them dudes with like 9 or 10 credit cards all on maxed out.
Because I knew what I would do with it. I never even tempted myself with no credit card because I already knew what time it was. Now, them phones they used to send you in the mail, like, oh, you could get this free phone. Just sign. Oh, yeah, I did get the phones. Yeah. I got a lot of phones.
But you know, even like when I do teach credit, like, you know what I'm saying, like, what we learned is that I didn't know until recently, like, when people get credit cards, a lot of people, they come with rewards where you get frequent flyer miles or money back. You know what I'm saying? So I got a friend, he was like, well, I just use my credit card to pay out my monthly bills and then just pay it back when I get paid. So it's back at a zero balance or at least 30% usage at the end of the month. So I get all them miles, you know what I'm saying, just using the money as I normally would to pay my bills. So it's like he working the system like everybody else, you know what I'm saying, but they not even thinking about it like that.
Yeah, and that's so discipline too, though, because, you know, as soon as you get that check, you be like, man, look, the new J's, they just dropped, man, I can't, you know, I got to go get those.
See, I don't understand people like that. I've never been one to be like, yo, I got to have this shoe when it come out. I have to have this shoe when it come out.
Yeah, I mean,
I've never been like that.
You know,
standing
like,
in line for a shoe, bro?
Because a lot of us are raised materialistically too. So you may think, okay, I got this credit card, I can just put the minimum balance on it and pay it off. But you know, like I said, when it comes to actually getting that money in your hand to pay that credit card off, that's where the discipline come in at. You have to force yourself to know, okay, look, I need to do this because if I don't do this now, it's gonna catch me over here. And I've done it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not gonna say I haven't done it because I've gotten stuff where I'd be like, man, you know, you may be balling at the moment, you know, getting a little OT, checks flowing in. Yeah, man, okay, I'm gonna pay all this stuff off that you know you should be paying off.
Right.
But you be like, nah, I just made the regular payment. Right. And then when that money slow up, you sitting there like, man, dang, I done went to Wawa and I done gave them $5,000 over the past 8 months when I could have put that same $5,000 and paying my car off, and then I won't have this bill no more. You know what I mean?
Like you said,
and that looks good on your credit.
Take this, man. I know I'm the type of person like this is just me. When I get a bill or something, I got the money, I have to pay that right then and there. I'm not the type of person I can't sit on money because I'm gonna mess up. Yeah. Because I got the bill right here. I'm like, you know what? I got a little money. I can wait. Something frivolous gonna come up. I'm like,
man, I got to the 15.
I can put something on this. You know, you all been there. Let me see. I can put something on this and then go get that. Now I know. Nope. Take care of this all the way, and then that way is out of sight, out of mind. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's what we teach our mentees: self-discipline, logic over emotion.
Yeah. Oh man, so I'm glad you brought that up. Definitely want to talk about that, man, because you know, I notice now it's a trend too where, you know, you see a lot of dudes get extremely emotional, and I tell them, I'm like, look, man, you gotta think more logically. You know, that's a male's perspective, and females are more emotional. And you see dudes now, they make more decisions based on emotions, and when you do that, you end up in trouble. Give an example? Yeah, I'm glad you asked for an example. Give an example. All right, so an example of emotion over logic. You know what I'm saying? You catch your girl with another dude.
Oh, God.
Hey, brother, I'm just going to keep it real. You catch your girl with another dude. You get mad. You be like, oh, he disrespecting me. You go get the burner. You shoot the dude. Bah!
That's emotion.
He's gone. That's emotion. Where you end up jail. Now, the problem with that emotion is you killed the dude. He dead. You in jail. She's still free to give up the booty.
Yep, pretty much.
Now, if you had just been logical and just be like, you know what? I'm going to just take that L. It is what it is. There's other fish in the sea. That's cool. Now, he's stuck with her. Or however they do it. Right. You just move on. You're not in jail. Sure. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And you're not facing no time. Yeah, right. It's just you know what I'm saying? Or just something like that. Like if, for example, me and my man, we talk on Facebook all the time. We don't agree on everything. But being grown men who think logically, we don't disrespect each other because we don't agree on stuff. It's like, okay, we don't agree, we'll just agree to disagree. But it's no disrespect, it's no, oh man, well you don't, what you mean you don't think Jordan better than LeBron? Well, pull up then, come see me. That's emotional. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, okay, fine, that's how you think. That's cool. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not gonna disrespect you because we have two different perspectives. So that's what thinking logically over emotionally is.
This is where my time shine at. Now I gotta stir the pot a little bit. So Mike, let's go back to your the scenario you gave about the man, you know.
Okay.
Cause we hear about that sometimes, but you know what we hear about the most? What? Is women fighting other women. That's what we hear about the most.
What?
And I be asking females like, why y'all fighting her? But it's his fault.
Emotion.
That's emotion, female. Unstable, you know what, I'm not going to say that
but
part.
More females are built on emotion. That's why when it comes to raising children, you're supposed to have the masculine power, the feminine power. We talked about this last week.
So,
because more dudes are raised by females, so they're going to think emotion. Like, if you was raised most of your life by a female, right? And so you see somebody make her mad. She goes off the deep end. She sees red. That's what you pick up. You know what I mean? That's what you pick up. So when somebody puts you off, first thing you do, go off the deep end, you see red. As opposed to having somebody you know, and not even just a male figure, but somebody that's thinking logically, sit down with you and be like, look, take your time, breathe, assess the situation, and then move accordingly. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? To stay out of trouble.
That's something sometimes you gotta learn that too.
You do gotta learn
that. That's what he was saying. Like, that's how most men think. You know what I'm saying? And that's what's missing in a lot of homes today, the positive male influence. You know what I'm saying? I don't even want to get into the layers of that.
Oh, no, we can't. That's what we do around here. We gets into it. Ain't no sugarcoating. We gets into it.
No, but I mean, just for this particular topic, as far as that part, like, you know, a lot of times people feel like men are emotionless, and that's not really the case. It's just we use logic over emotion. You know what I'm saying? And I don't want nobody to feel like, you know, boys shouldn't have emotions or should bottle them up. That's not what I'm saying, because you're going to be raising psychopaths if you got somebody out here with no emotion. You know what I'm saying? That's not what that's not what we're trying to say.
Y'all can have this one, because my track record don't look too good on this one.
Yeah, certified crazy. But nah, but that's definitely what we getting at. You know what I'm saying? Because people be like, oh, well, you know, you shouldn't teach a man not to be emotional. It's like, nah, it's not that. It's just to think first,
right,
and then react. Like,
cause you keep the emotions bottled up, and I can say this for experience. When they come out, y'all better do.
Oh man, all hell break loose.
When they come out, and you don't know when it's gonna come out. It's just one day you just, and next thing you know, they like, what's wrong with this nigga? Hey,
right.
Emotions
like,
came
all I
out.
did was ask her why he drink the
what?
rest of the juice.
Your
Like,
emotions
nah, it's deeper than that.
It is, because there's a lot of stuff bottled up for years and years, and all of a sudden, that release, shit.
Yeah, it's bad.
It's bad. Trust me, it's bad.
You know what I mean? But let's talk about this. I didn't even write this down. This just popped up in my head, man. What you see nowadays, where they try to pretty much legalize masculinity. What they call it, toxic masculinity now, where it's like when you're a male, you do male things, think like a male, you're considered pretty much an alpha. Because you notice now, they got like the beta males taking over. It's more softer males trying to take over and stuff like that. And you know what I'm talking about. When they talk about toxic masculinity. Like, what are your thoughts on that as opposed to, you know, mentoring boys?
So I guess it's a big push saying that being an alpha male is toxic. It's a toxic trait. You know what I'm saying? Because you basically got a man that's taking control over everything, doesn't listen to what nobody says as far as like a woman. You know what I'm saying? So it's like an over domineering, overpowering male presence. You know what I'm saying? That belittles women in all aspects.
Okay,
that's pretty much it in a nutshell. You know what I'm saying? And I think you know, it's almost like some of these negative traits that men have today, as far as objectifying women. You know what I'm saying? It's almost basically what they see growing up. And you know, it's hard. It's kind of a touchy situation.
It's a thin line,
right? Because it's like, you know what I'm saying. If you raised by a single mother, you know what I'm saying, and you see how she degrade other women,
man,
you know what I'm saying.
Took the words right out of my mouth, man.
You know what I'm saying? And how she talking to other women, and you know, just is what you expect him to do. If that's what you teaching him by how you treat other women,
or if you see how she,
you talking about from the mother or from seeing the father do that to women?
No, from the mother.
What it is just like we were saying earlier. When a dude is raised by a female, like they'd be like, oh, well, this and that. But I'm like, a lot of stuff that dudes learn is from females. You hear another female, how they talk, how they engage with another female, or how that woman that you're growing up with, you may see how she let dudes treat her. So everything that you're seeing is learned.
Well,
so it's not like it's like, you know, and that's why if you hear the phrase, well, you be like, who lie better, males or females? Women lie better. We just don't get caught. Well, guess who most dudes learn their game from? Other women. Because another woman, you might have a big sister or a big cousin or something, or auntie, and you 15 and you like, yeah, well, I'm staying committed. Boy, you got all your life to be committed. You better run around and play the game. Let me tell you how these females go. And now you like, Oh, for real?
I
You
guess
just
you're
sitting
right,
there
though.
soaking up the info like,
That makes sense because I get working hard though. I get that part. I do get that from my dad, but then everything else comes from my mom. You see how she act.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
What?
You didn't know she was out there, did
I
you?
forgot for a second, bro. But it's the truth though. But I'm my line
No,
though.
mama, you ain't
And
gotta
my
come down
line,
here.
though. See, you
All
forgot.
right.
Yeah, you see my mic.
Yeah.
See, I get it. Yeah, you know what I'm saying. That's why I apologize for that.
Yeah, she
Every
missed
time
that
she
part.
said, "Why you acting like this?" I be like this.
That's what it is.
He stirred the pot, she stirred the crock pot. You know
But at the end of the day, all behavior is learned behavior. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely,
So they
definitely.
learned it from somewhere. So either, and it's like even, you know, I don't really take excuses at all. You know what I'm saying? That's not, I don't teach the boys to have excuses.
Yeah.
Because you got a choice either way.
True.
You know what I'm saying? Some people say like, man, my dad wasn't around. Okay, so either you're going to be like him or you're going to be the complete polar opposite.
Change the
Exactly.
cycle.
You know what I'm saying? So it's still your choice. You know what I'm saying? You can take the good parts and the bad parts and make a better father for yourself. Be a better father for yourself.
Remember
So
the hurt that you felt and
Right.
don't put that on your child.
that's it. That's
Exactly.
it.
You know what I'm saying? I definitely agree on that. Let's see what else we got here. So,
Damn, my allergies fucking me up.
man, yours. And so let's talk about this too. I noticed recently I seen a post about the young girl. I guess she wrote a letter to her parents and stuff like that right before she killed herself.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't read the letter because I don't think I could take that.
Yeah, absolutely.
But I definitely noticed it seems to be, or it's just more light shed on teen suicide and things like that. And, you know, and people, I guess a lot of times, us being parents, we don't take the time to really understand our children
Right.
and see what they're going on. So I wanna reference that also with the disconnect between parents and children. And what do you think of some ways that we can fix that so we don't have things like, you know, children wilding out, you know, taking themselves out and
Right.
stuff like that?
So I think, so with, you know, teen suicide. Now imagine this. Okay, when we grew up, we were in a totally sheltered lifestyle compared to what our teens face now.
Definitely.
You know what I'm saying? Like with the access to this phone, they got the whole world at their fingertips. Only thing we had was Encyclopedia Britannica. You know what I'm saying? So it's like our
What it start with?
see what I'm saying? Like, so our outreach, you know, our ability to access things was limited. You know what I'm saying? A lot of things that they have access to now, you know what I'm saying, we didn't. And social media, you know what I'm saying, is a whole nother planet. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, okay, so you got a teenage child, and even elementary, middle, and high school, that have all these emotions they have to contend with because of all the things they access to. You know what I'm saying? And emotionally, they're not able to process all those things. Because at the end of the day, you're still a child. But you got adult world issues at your fingertips as a child. You know what I'm saying? So how are you supposed to process all of that? You know what I'm saying? At your feeble mind state. You know what I'm saying? With lack of experience in life, lack of understanding. But you got to deal with world issues as a teenager or as an elementary school student.
Yeah.
I don't know why, but while you were just explaining that, I thought about D-Wade and his son. I don't know why, but while you was talking, that situation, the little boy just popped in my head like, with your little mind.
Right.
How can you make that decision with your little mind? Where does this come from? We talk about it a lot on the show.
Yeah,
but
absolutely.
the way you were just explaining it makes sense.
I mean, everything has been, you know, normalized now. So
That's
it's like
the problem.
But at the end of the day, when I tell parents, I said the main thing you have to listen to understand. Don't listen to reply or listen to defend. Listen to understand, because your kids gonna tell you everything they want to tell you if they feel like you're gonna be receptive and listen, not degrade them for what they feel. I mean, every moment should be a teachable moment when it comes to your kids. You have an opportunity to impact and shape and mold their minds if they can trust what you saying, and not just you just being defensive and being like, man, whatever, I ain't trying to hear that. You gonna do what I tell you, and this is why. You can't do that today. Like, there's too much information there. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
My mom got me with that, man. When my son was little, and I told him to do something. I can't remember what it was. And he was like, "Well, I don't feel like it." I was like, "Man, ain't nobody asked you how you feel. Just do what I told you to do." Ooh. And she was like, "Hold up." You know what I mean? She was like, "At least listen to what he got to say."
Right.
Like, because, you know, you don't want them to grow up feeling that same way. Like,
right.
Oh, well, how I feel don't matter, this and this and that. And, you know, that sparked the light in me. And it made me think about, like, the differences between the parenthood gap is, like, kids who grew up in like the 60s and 70s where, you know, they tell you, well, my grandparents tell you, well, you know, in my days, kids were seen and not heard.
Right.
And it's like, but it's a whole new ball game now. Yeah, you can't apply 100% old school methods to today's world because it's so much out there.
Right.
Because if you don't listen to your kid, you know who gonna listen to him? The dope boy gonna listen to him. I tell you what, man. Well, I understand you going. You know what? We got your back, man. All you got to do for us is push this pack.
I was about to say that. They just like handle this right here for me.
Yeah.
You got you.
Yeah.
Oh, the game's love you. We love you. We family.
Right.
So it's like, you know, and you know, by me having a daughter too, I had to learn that too. Like,
absolutely,
you gotta, you know, you might not want to hear what she got to say, but at least make her feel comfortable to come speak to you, so that way. You know,
absolutely. Can you imagine as a child?
Too, because like the stuff your daughter want to take. Well, in my instance, the stuff my daughter needed to talk about, she was supposed to talk to her mom about, but her mom ain't nowhere around. So then I had to listen to it. Mm-hmm. It's stuff that as a dad you don't want to hear that shit. But you sit there like, I'm listening. Okay, I'm about to go ahead and fuck some little nigga up real quick. But I'm listening though.
Yeah. I mean, you know,
you're like, who?
Right.
What's his name?
Hey man, look. You just gotta bite that bullet, man. You know what I mean?
Nigga come to the door, ask for your daughter, standing up there shaking. What's up? What's wrong with you, bro?
But see, you gotta understand too. You was that little dude at one point. No, listen what I'm saying.
Never went to somebody's door. I be like, yo, I'm at the car.
But I'm saying, you gotta think, you was that little dude too, and I had to realize too.
But
like,
that's the bad part.
Exactly.
You think about what you was doing.
Yeah.
Now it's like
you was that little dude.
You know what I'm saying, bro? It's like, no.
But then at the same time, because I knew, you know what I mean? Hey, bro, you like, man, shit, I already know what's about to happen, but you know what? It's law of nature, man. I can't stop it.
You know, but at the end of the day, you can teach your child, you know what I'm saying, the game already. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And if you put a set of morals in your child, you know what I'm saying, raise them up with knowledge and understanding how humans operate, you know what I'm saying, they'll be a lot more knowledgeable with their decisions.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? So I just like, you know, and that's why I say we got to listen to our kids and then give them some knowledge, empower them with understanding how humans operate and how they can operate in this world successfully. I mean, but can you imagine a child, you know what I'm saying, the pressures of school, the pressures of society, and then come home and have no outlet? You know what I'm saying? Like, what do you expect the child to do? Like, you know what I'm saying? You don't have no outlets nowhere. You know what I'm saying? You come home where it's supposed to be your sanctity, and then you still confined in that space as well. And there's no way out. So then you wonder why teen suicide is so high. You get bullied at school, bullied at social media, and then you can't, and your parents tell you to suck it up.
Yeah. You know what, too, though? I'm going to throw this out here. Sometimes the kids won't talk. Let me say this. But, like, you know, my daughter, when she was here, I asked her, how was your day? You want to talk about something? Like, you could tell your child's body language when something's up, right? But I won't get mad, like, look, I know something's wrong. You better talk to me. Yeah, all right. Come talk to me when you feel like it. So I'll be in my room minding my business. Then my daughter would just come jump in my bed. I'll be like, what you want to talk about? She'll be like, nothing. And then be on her phone making all types of noise in my room. And I'm like, yo, what's good?
Maybe she just wanted presence.
That's all she wanted. When she lay there and stuff and be on her phone
Yeah.
and then call her boyfriend. Yeah, okay.
Called her right there.
Right
beside called her right there.
But I let her go. I'm like, hey, let me get on this PlayStation. You know what I play? The loudest gun game I got.
But I noticed too, man, like us as parents, man, we I think because we were kind of raised, you know, growing up in the 80s, 90s, we was kind of raised under that 70s.
We have a mixed thing in our heads.
Yeah.
I think it's mixed up.
Have you ever noticed, like parents would be, and when I include myself when I say parents too, would be like, our kids come home from school and they're like, man, I'm just sleepy. I want to take a nap. Not until you do these dishes. Not until you do this. And it's like, yo, and you know, and they be like, well, I don't understand how you tired. You've been in school all day. But as an adult, I can tell you, sitting in a classroom all day, from the time you wake up, from 7:30 to 3, 4 o'clock in the afternoon, that's not easy as it sounds. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like you got to do all this extra stuff on top of that. Then you come home, and it's like, it's almost like being an adult. You go to work for 8 hours a day. Let's say you sit at a desk. You sit at a desk 8 hours a day. You get your little 30-minute to an hour lunch break, whatever. You come home, you still got other stuff to do. And it's like, now as an adult, you can handle that more because you have more of that experience of what's going on. You know what I'm saying? And you know what you need to do in order to maintain. But as a child, when you deal with school, teenage emotions, come home, got to deal with your parents bitching and complaining, it's like, yo, you know what? I just need a nap. You know what I mean? And
but you know, here's my perspective on that, because I teach kids all the time. So school basically prepares you for real world in this aspect. You got teachers you're not gonna like, supervisors you're not gonna like,
students you're not gonna like,
co-workers you ain't gonna like,
co-workers,
students you ain't gonna like. You know what I'm saying? So it's basically preparing you for the real world. And even as an adult, like when we come home, you know what I'm saying, we still gotta make sure the dinner right and make sure stuff stay around the house. So kids, you gotta do the same thing. So it's not on the same scale, but you know what I'm saying, you gotta have your priorities together, you know what I'm saying, in order to be successful in real life. You might get prepared for that now. You know what I'm saying? So like,
that's true.
And, you know, not on the same scale, but if you know that you gotta do the dishes and you gotta make sure your room clean, that's your own two responsibilities. That's only 10 minutes out your day, if that.
Don't come home and hop on a video game first.
Right. I mean, I know everybody needs time to decompress. You know what I'm saying? But just time management, man. That's all it is.
That's what I tell my kids. I'm like, you hate waking up early? Yeah, well, get your own job and run your own business. You still gotta wake up early, but you'll feel better.
Right.
Cause
you know what? I think some of these schools need to start a little later than they do. Cause like you say about the being tired or whatever, getting up, you gotta get up like the same time I get up, 4:30, 5 o'clock in the morning just to go to school.
Yeah, middle school
like,
early.
Your mind ain't even, you be on the bus like this. And then you gotta
you drove to work half sleep like that.
Of course. Done pulled up into the work job parking lot, ready to clock in but fell asleep. Now you an hour late in the parking lot.
Knew I shouldn't have got lit last night. I only got 2.5 hours of sleep because this ain't working. But,
that's cool though.
And speaking of school too, man, and I think we had spoken about it before when the chick Kamala Harris was talking about extended school hours, and we had kind of spoke about that. And I was like, you know, how would that work as opposed to keeping kids to school from 8 to 5 or 8 to 6?
What would the positive of extending the school hours be?
Well, so
they're already tired, want to go home at 4.
Yeah. So like I was telling Mike, like I do an after school program now at elementary school. So the kids go to school, elementary school, from 8:30 to 4:20. Well, not 4:20.
About to say that's a work shift.
Yeah, it's 8. We get there at 8:30. They get there at 9, and then they get out at 3:50. So they come after school is over. They come to the cafeteria to eat another meal. So they get a dinner. You know what I'm saying? From 3:50 to 4:20, and then from 4:20 to 5:20, they doing homework and getting tutoring.
Like the Boys and Girls Club used to for us.
Right, and then after that, then they go into another lesson. We got like a flying classroom where they learn coding and other things, you know what I'm saying, to help expand their learning. And then they go home, you know what I'm saying? We do that right now Monday through Thursday in Suffolk Public Schools. I just do the discipline part of it, so I handle the behaviors. But the kids, you know what I'm saying, they seem to enjoy it, and you know what I'm saying, it eases stress off of parents because there's no after school they gotta pay for, you know what I'm saying, and the kids get help with their homework from a teacher as opposed to a parent that doesn't forget how to do most of the stuff that and then they got these new formulas how to solve these problems. I was like, why is he doing all this? Like, this is too much.
Billy had 3 apples.
Right.
Yo.
Raise your voice.
Yeah. Get it wrong again. Like, I don't know.
So I mean, that's the positives of it. You know what I'm saying? But I do understand. It is a long day, but it's up to the teachers to make it not as unbearable as it could be.
Yeah, because I was looking at it on like when you was telling me about it, I was looking at it like, okay, that's a controlled setting. You know what I mean? Where you may have, let's say, just throwing in about 50 students. You know what I'm saying? As opposed to a nationwide thing where the whole student body is now in class longer.
Right.
And you already got, you may have teachers who already don't want to be there from the time they got to be there anyway.
Right.
Now you asking them to extend 3 or 4 hours. It's like, where the funding come from? How do you mentally prepare people for that?
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, absolutely.
Because it's just like being at work 8 hours and your suit come up to you, hey, you got to do 12.
Right.
And you won't expect it. You're like, what the hell? No, bro. So you already got attitude now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
I need to see paperwork.
That's a hard.
My schedule said I get off at 4.
You're right.
I'm not standing 4:15.
That's it.
We effed up today, man.
Yeah, that's a hard sell nationwide. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know how she's gonna pull that off. But I can see the positives and negatives of it.
Yeah. So. And I seen that too. Like, okay, to help the parents, because you work till 6. Let's say you got an 8-year-old, and they drops them off at 4 o'clock. So now you gotta, okay, I need to find somebody to watch them and all this or her and different stuff like that. So I get that part also. But it was just the shock of it, like, what? Yeah, okay. See my son now, like, hey, bro, you gotta stay at school till 6 tomorrow now. What? Why? Why? I got a program. Bro, you banned or something? Nah, you just gonna be right here on out. You like, nah, I'm telling you, cut it. You know what I mean? And so, all right. So let's talk about something that we've all been seeing.
We still talking about kids.
Yeah.
Okay.
This gonna be a lot. What's up? You got something else you want to talk about?
Nah, we talk about kids.
I figure I got my man said he doing the mentoring thing.
Yeah, he's still a man. We can talk about some other shit.
We can talk about whatever, brother. That's why I said you can do it. What you want to talk about?
The whole thing won't go be serious.
What you want to talk about? Something ratchet?
That would help.
Well, speak on it.
I don't got nothing to talk about.
What you complaining about, then?
I'm just saying. I can go through the phone. I can go through the phone now.
You see what we go through? You know what I mean? He always want to go against
y'all the business people. Y'all done had y'all time. You trying to get.
Oh, you want to get ratchet? Okay, well, let's do it then. Well, why are you figuring that out?
Yeah. Let me go to an archive real quick.
Well, hurry up.
Check on that Ravens round score too. I just saw that
talk about that. I just pulled that up. What we got going on right here. Ravens. Hold on. First of all, though, which fan are you?
I'm a Ravens fan.
My phone just died.
Yeah, you got no service right there.
Nope, I ain't got no service, brother.
You're a Steelers fan, man.
Oh, sorry to hear that.
Yeah, me too. Mama.
I'm listening.
Huh? Sorry to hear that. She's Steelers fan too. It's Steelers country here. People out of yellow and stuff,
Oh, yeah.
Well, shoot, speaking on athletes, I got a topic for that. So, an ongoing thing, I've seen at one point HBCUs lost funding, then the government picked up the tab, and then me and my homies, we had discussions all the time about black students going to HBCUs, student athletes. going to HBCUs as opposed to some of these
PWIs.
Yeah, you know, more, you know, if they want to, like, oh, well, you know, I got a better shot at getting to the NFL if I go to Alabama as opposed to me going to Howard or something like that. How do you think we can, you know, switch that around and make, or is it even a way? It's just,
I mean, all it is a commitment. You know what I'm saying? And it's hard. It's a hard sell because nobody wants to be the first one. You know what I'm saying? To be like, I'm a 5-star recruit. You know what I'm saying? Well, I'm going to Howard University. You know what I'm saying? And then like, it's a hard sell from going to like, well, you get your games played on ESPNU as opposed to ESPN. You know what I'm saying? It's like, it's a hard sell, but I wish, man, like, it go back to supply and demand. If like all the top black athletes went to HBCUs, you got no choice but to come. You know what I'm saying? To see the talent. So it's like, who gonna be the first one? You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't like the Montgomery bus boycott. Like, who gonna be the first one to be like, you know what? And we not riding the bus no more. Nobody riding the bus. We all, you know what I'm saying, getting into each other's cars and walking to work. So it's that back to the unity. At one point, you couldn't even go to a PWI. So like, you know what I'm saying? So why we can't just make that the standard and everybody's go to HBCU? But the lack of unity is the main issue with anything that we do. So that's why we're not taking
HBCUs be lit too.
HBCUs,
you know what I'm saying? I went to Norfolk State for a little while, you know.
Behold.
Green and gold.
Y'all are
a lot of gold going around.
Y'all love.
I appreciate that.
21-6.
Oh, that's good. That's good money. I needed that.
Yeah.
Cause we was looking horrible in the first half.
Man, come on, man. Like, let's be honest.
Y'all must got the late game. Dallas Eagles got the late game.
Yeah. So we already know who win that.
Eagles?
Don't do that.
I'm just asking.
Don't do that. No, don't disrespect my boys
asking.
like that, bro. I know we ain't got the best record in the league, but I mean,
They beat y'all before?
No, they didn't.
Earlier?
No.
In the season?
No. We have not been defeated in our division yet.
Okay.
Now, maybe there's some teams outside our division that came through and spit their ass, but you know.
Y'all beat y'all first team over 500 last week. So
stomped them, man. You know, I got pissed because I was like, I was just sitting there looking like, so we couldn't do this to the Patriots. We couldn't do this to the Saints.
Nobody should bring the Patriots up because
we couldn't do this to the Jets. I don't know, just some of the teams that whipped our hind parts. You know,
seemed like when Dak got hurt, y'all played better.
I'm gonna tell you, our problem is Jerry Jones, man. Jerry Jones.
A lot of y'all Dallas fans keep saying fire him.
But he's the owner of the team. I don't think you can just fire him.
Not him, the coach. Then I'm sorry, Coach
Clapp.
Yeah, but see, the problem is, man, people don't realize, like, if you look at Jerry Jones' title when they pull it up on the screen, he's the owner, the GM, and the president
of operations.
It's like, dude, how you the owner and pick everybody who come to the team too? Like, wait a minute, ain't that a conflict of interest?
Yeah.
Like, you old as hell.
That's why y'all haven't won since Jimmy Johnson left.
Yeah.
And he was the one who was like, I'll control this team. And when he controlled the team, y'all was winning off Super Bowls.
Yeah. That's why your boy's still there, because he let Jerry do what he want to do.
Well, Jerry
you don't see Robert Kraft doing no interviews after the game.
Nah. You don't see no owners like that. No other owners like him.
Yeah, here comes Jerry. Yeah, so, sit down. You know what I'm saying? You're supposed to just sit in the skybox and just watch the game like all the other owners. Leave, get on your jet, go do what it is you do, and be that. You know what I'm saying?
Most narcissists can't do that, though. So.
Yeah. He's like, man, Bobby, these my boys. Like, man, look, just sit down, bro.
He all about making money. As long as y'all fans keep buying the merchandise and being an average team, y'all gonna continue.
I mean, like other teams got a good loyal fan base.
It's true. And you know, and I'm gonna say this on camera. I hate when I hear other Cowboys fans like, "Oh, we're going to the Super Bowl." Shut up! Shut up! I know it sounds good. I want to believe it too. But how about not say that when we 8-8, and you got teams that's like 11-5, 10-6, and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, okay, so who we gonna beat to get there? The Niners? The Saints?
I know we're not gonna beat the Chiefs in the wild card. I know that.
You know what I mean? It's like, who we supposed to beat? Seattle? Who we gonna beat to get there?
It's a tough road.
Yeah, so it's like, stop saying that. Before the season starts, oh yeah, we're going to the bowl. Like, dude, we 1-0. You know what I'm saying? Like that. It doesn't prove nothing. Wait till game 8 to start talking this mess.
Oh, my man, birthday coming up soon, though.
Yeah.
Old ass nigga.
27.
Hey, he like Morgan Freeman old. You feel me?
Yeah.
Nah, I'm 27 all the way. Nah, but real shit, I'm be 37, man. I'm proud. I'm actually good, you know. I'm in pretty good health besides my knees. You know what I'm saying? When I stand up, them joints crack. No, I'm for real. Like, have you not heard that before? When you trying to get something, boy. Me and wifey was cleaning up the house one day, man.
It was that loud.
Dog, I was squat down picking up something, and I stood up, and she was like, "That's your knees?" I was like, "Yeah." I was like, I feel like the Tin Man brothers. I'll be like, "Yo, once you hit 30, the first thing that's gonna go is your knees or your back." So
I look slim right now, but today I told my mom, she laughed at me. I was trying to tie my shoe, my stomach got in the way of my kneecap. I had to hold my breath for a second.
You stood up, you was like,
no, I was like this.
You gotta get a footstool, boy.
it's like time then put them on.
Yo, Father Time is catching up with us.
Undefeated, man.
Oh, man, you never fails, bro. Like, you be like, man, shoot, I'm just not ready for it.
I got a question for y'all.
What's up?
When you ask your lady what she wanted to eat and she don't have an answer for you, what do you get her? I ain't talking about asking her twice. But hey, babe, I'm about to go get me something to eat. You know what I'm saying? I'm about to go to Fat Phillies, give me a sub. What you want? I don't know. What's your next move?
All right, see, first right there, but I don't even know where I'm going first. But I tell you what I do.
Okay.
I go in reverse. Fellas, take notes. Here's what you do. You say, okay, I'm going to get something to eat. Like, let's say you got a place in mind. Okay, Fat Phillies. I don't really want Fat Phillies. Okay. Well, how about KFC? I don't want KFC. Okay, so what don't you want to eat? So I can narrow down what you do want to eat. Like, well, I don't want no Chinese. And they go, okay, so no Chinese restaurants. All right, what else you want? I don't want no Sub. Okay, Subway out the deal. I don't want no chicken. Okay, chicken out the deal. Okay, so we got McDonald's, Burger King, Wendy's.
Seafood.
You know what I'm saying?
Seafood is
You got to do a
always
process
there.
of elimination, man. You can't just, because if you allow her to pick, no matter what you get, it's going to be wrong.
Yeah.
So just eliminate it.
Or you could just be like, hey, babe, I'll be right back. Nah, that ain't no word. But she gonna ask you where you going.
Come back in the house and you ain't got no food for her and you fat.
Eat in the car.
Come back when you ain't got no food for her and you fat and full. And she be like, I'm hungry. You be like, no, I'm straight.
So,
well, I guess for me it's different because I had my own house and couldn't nobody take me into my house. So I can eat in my car. Even though I had my own house, I eat in the car.
Hold on.
So,
real quick. Why would you eat in the car though?
Because I don't like sharing. And that, matter of fact, they didn't have to go for my woman. You know how my son act.
Go ahead.
You know how my son act when I bring food in the crib.
So here's something that I've learned to try. So instead of asking her what she want to eat, I ask her, so is there something you had a taste for that you hadn't had in a while?
Mm-hmm. So a mature answer.
That's good. Till you get in the car, head to that place, then your phone ring. But you know what, babe? You know what we ain't having in a while neither? This, that, and the third.
Which
you
one?
Like, all right, you turn.
Yeah, he just
Text message. Oh,
Right.
but babe, you know we ain't been over here in a while. Okay. Now you got 3 restaurants in less than an hour that she done told you y'all didn't have
Hey,
nothing in a
man,
while.
speaking of which, has the price threw you out of the pocket one time?
absolutely. You ever been to Chick-fil-A?
Mm-hmm.
I don't eat
You know what? I don't mind paying for Chick-fil-A.
I don't eat Chick-fil-A.
That's the thing.
Paying for the experience.
Yeah.
I
But when
eat
I
chicken
went,
sandwich.
I never forget this, man. And my son know me. And like he laugh at this stuff because it happened all the time. I remember we went to Sonic. Got what we was gonna get or whatever. And whatever they said, it was like, you know, that order's gonna total up to about 30 something. Man, I almost had a heart attack right in the driveway.
Yeah.
I was like, ooh, Jesus. My son was like, you ain't come back here. Like, no. $30 to feed 3 people one time? Mm-mm.
Since we talking about the date, I had posted this on the thing too. I had seen it. I wonder if this is true. Actually, me as a woman, but anyway, actually a woman said this. You spend less when you date a woman that likes you than a woman that, you know what I'm saying, kind of like, yeah.
Whoever said that won't marry.
I don't know where that is.
I think that just go good.
But a lot of females that commented said this is true.
I mean,
that ain't married.
Nah, but I think it depends on the woman though. It just depends on the woman.
Mm-hmm.
My wife
still won't marry.
My wife like to save money, so she don't want to spend money at all.
Lucky dude.
Yeah.
But
So
you spent more on your wife than you spent on any other female that you ever been with.
I mean,
that's
that's by because you love her.
Yeah.
You know
Plus the time in, it's like
you want her. The woman you love, you want to see how to find things in life anyway.
Mm-hmm.
So you gonna go all out regardless.
Mm-hmm.
You know what
I'm
saying?
saying? Then put cheese on that.
All right, go ahead and get
You know what I'm saying?
upsize that combo, man.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, give her an extra
I
sauce with that.
splurge a little bit.
Yeah,
you know how
there
much
you
is
go.
that sauce? You know what? I'll put the 37
Either
cents.
get two
You
of
know
them.
what I'm saying?
I think I was lucky when I was married. She had the same taste I did. Like it ain't have to be extravagant, whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Order pizza real quick, we good. Even though I got one slice out the whole 12, but
Well, that happened when you got kids, man.
Yeah,
You ever told your kids like, "Hey, look, I want some of this when I cook. Like, I gotta give my kids pizzas before I leave the house. Look, I'm going to work,
Oh, that worked for you in your house?
but
Don't
I'm
work
gonna
in
tell
mine.
you right now, it better be some pie here when I come back. They'll leave you the smallest slice they can leave out of there, but it's
He's
like,
lucky.
okay.
Cause when I get back, the pie is there. As soon as I go like this, hey dad, you finna eat that?
Yep.
Like what you think I'm doing? One little, you know what I mean? Like, no, come on, bro.
Or they come in the room and see your stuff like, hey, you want those? Like,
Yo, my
you
son,
don't want them. I bought them.
my son literally, he gets home maybe 10 minutes before I do from work after school. I come in, bro. I walk like a ninja. He hit that bag, go like this. Hey, Dad, you got some food? I'm like, no.
Oh, man. I get the text before I leave work. Hey, you bringing home something to eat?
But I will give him the whole speech the day before. Like, look, I got to get up in the morning. Everybody say, you got to go to school. I got to go to work. I don't eat while I'm at work. I'm coming home. I'm eating food. Do we understand each other? Yes, Dad, eat your food. Come home. Hey, Dad, can I?
My kids on a whole nother level. They ask me, can I DoorDash some food? No lie, they like,
Oh, you get asked?
huh?
You get asked?
Yeah, they ask first.
I just see the joint on my phone like, your card has been added. Like,
Oh, man.
you don't order
I
something.
wish it, man.
My wife would do that joint in a heartbeat, bro. I be sitting at work, you get the email like, your card has been added to the phone, ending in 7. I'm like, what y'all get? And it make you feel bad too, because you be like, you come back and be like, hold up. So you mean to tell me y'all ordered some food earlier today, but you ain't order me nothing? Well, you was at work, so you thought I was gonna, you thought I won't come back? Like, you just forgot I was coming back, huh? And I mean, it happened, bro.
This man, I can validate. This man faithful getting his family said food, trust.
Bro.
I got a question. Well, not really. Well, it is a question.
What's up?
We are. I'm 36. My man about to be 37. How old are you, Ray?
45.
Oh, okay. Well, this question is not for you. You playing with the dinosaurs at this age.
Yeah.
Let's go back. What was you? Oh, you're 16 and Saturday night. What are you doing?
16? Saturday night?
I just can't say it out loud. Okay, next question. we gonna go fast.
Ain't nobody answer that right. Like, look, I mean, I know,
We going
and it
past
was
it.
before you, but I just
Hey.
better not answer that anyway.
We're gonna go past this.
Oh man, you got a son too, or just a daughter?
I got some.
You find yourself raising them different, or having different reactions and stuff. I'm gonna put you on the spot because I know she's sitting right there.
Oh, nah. I mean, you know, it was, you know, my wife had a son when we got married. So.
Okay.
What's the age difference? That means a lot. Like my daughter's 18, my son's 11, so it's like it's a big gap.
Oh, yeah, he older. Yeah, he older now. He out the house now. So.
Oh, well, good. My daughter's out there.
Yeah, like I'm supposed to meet my daughter's boyfriend, so
Hey, we're gonna do that bad boys thing, bro.
Oh, yeah, you gotta be locked and loaded.
Hey, we gonna bad boys, man. Hey, Mike, who this?
see, I mean, it's like I'm at that weird space because, like I said, she's almost 18, so it's like in my eyes, I still see her as a little girl.
That's not gonna change, bro.
But it's like, you know, she's like, well, I ain't got a boyfriend. What you mean you got a what? Says who?
You just getting it. I done been through a few of them.
Me too. That's the same part.
But I'm glad.
And I react the same each time.
Something you said earlier when you teach your kids the game early. I taught my daughter the whole game from a straight nigga. And guess what? I used to feel bad with the niggas she used to bring around because my daughter's abusive, my dude.
Oh, wow.
My daughter is abusive. I be sitting there looking at the dude like, you not gonna defend yourself, my nigga? I ain't talking about like hating one. I'm talking about she is verbally abusive on these niggas.
Bro, say something.
I'm saying like, yo, I didn't like you when you got here. Now I feel
I
soft.
feel bad for you,
I'm
bro.
like, bro. I'm
like,
like, why,
something,
why are you doing him like this? Oh my God. Yo, my daughter used to cuss niggas out.
Oh, man.
And then I'd be like, why you treating that? Then he'll leave. Daddy, I'm like, no, soft nigga. I'll be like, okay. My girl. You feel me? My girl.
Back on her side, you just switched sides.
Yeah, I did.
You just wrong.
So
what was your experience like? You ever met any of your daughter boyfriends yet? Or
Yeah.
they come? How did you handle that, man? Would you?
Well, you know,
there you go.
you gotta take that deep breath. You know what I'm saying?
you ever pull a gun out on him?
Nah.
Yeah, I ain't got to that point yet. You will.
I've
been there already.
Can't
I've
say
already
y'all.
been there. I've been there already.
I have too. I told you about this.
Yes, we did talk about that. Yes, we did. Oh, yes, we did.
Yeah, I told you about that.
Yeah,
But,
we
you
did.
know, it turned out good though. The little dude was like, "Yeah, man, I'm about school." I was like, "Yeah, you better say that."
Oh, here's another one. It's so many different. I don't think this has a right or wrong answer. It doesn't. Who eats first in the crib? Kids or the man in the house?
I'm glad you brought that up too.
Or the mother? Well, I can't answer this because I was the one always cooking for the kids and feeding them, so I don't know how to answer that one. So it's up to y'all.
You want to take that one first?
I mean, so I was raised old school. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, and I understand it's a different dynamics because back then, like my grandma, she always fixed the food first. You know what I'm saying? Granddad came in at the top of the table. He got his plate.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Then everybody, you know what I'm saying, got their plate accordingly. You know what I'm saying? Then, but he was provided a house. You know what I'm saying? So that's how just things roll. Majority of the time now it's like 50-50. You know what I'm saying? As far as like the bills, how the house is ran. You know what I'm saying? But you know what I'm saying? Even still, my wife makes sure. You know what I'm saying? I get my food first. She'll fix my plate, and then everybody else can eat accordingly after that. That's just how she was raised the same way. So
That's what's up.
Yeah, I know.
Like I said, I don't think there's no right or wrong.
When I cook, it's simple mathematics. I cook. Hey, yo, food's done. Whoever get to the kitchen first, make they play first.
Yeah, that's what.
But just like I told you though, regardless of what, everybody eats.
Yeah.
Right. You know what I'm saying? And there's always enough to go around again. So it's like, you know, everybody gonna get this.
it's, you know, it's kind of like, and there's so many different dynamics to this. Because some people feel like, okay, you teaching your family that, you know what I'm saying, there's no hierarchy in the family, you know what I'm saying, by not allowing the head of the household to get his first, you know what I'm saying, that's just different. It's been different, you know, different perspectives according to it. But at the end of the day, like I tell people all the time, your kids gonna know who run that household without you even having to say anything because they gonna see it. You know what I'm saying? So a plate doesn't determine who runs the household at the end of the day.
Oh man, I definitely agree on that, man. You know what I'm saying? And speaking of the old school method, man, do you still think that a man should be responsible for? Well, I ain't gonna ask it that way. When you see people now, like, oh well, a man should at this day and age, you should still cover all the bills and do all of this and do all that. And I'm sitting here thinking, like, you gotta understand though, when grandma and granddaddy was getting it, a house was $10,000.
Absolutely.
As opposed to now, when you talking about a $300-something house or whatever the case may be, you putting up $1,200-$1,300 a month, and all the bills too, and y'all got internet, cell phones, and cable, and all that. Yo, who about to cover all this by themselves?
Right. So people don't understand. they don't understand economics when they say that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's like, okay, I mean, I understand what you're saying. Like, now, if you look at it like individually, like if a single person, they got their own house or own apartment, they only covering them. You know what I'm saying? Now you add two people, you know what I'm saying? You expect me to cover the bills for two people. Or a family, you multiply that by 4, you expect one person to do that in this day and time. Like, even, you talk about minimum wage, it's not even caught up to inflation.
Yeah.
So, imagine me on the salary of one person trying to cover 4 people. That's not mathematically, it's impossible. You know what I'm saying? Like, unless you got like a high paying job, I can understand, but you know what I'm saying? People was posting that video of the old man talking to his...
Yeah, I paid for my wife and everybody. I'm like, man, bro.
Come on. Your mortgage still $290. Come on, man. It's not the same.
It's different. I'm looking at 13 over here, bro. You gonna pay the internet too?
God almighty.
You know what I'm saying? And wife, you want a Lex, and well, we can finance who?
My phone bill for the month is more than your mortgage, so we not the same. Like we not
you better help. I tell you what, if you like your phone, you gonna pay that bill because I ain't got it. Oh man.
Hey.
What else you got? See, this is what we do.
So many men don't realize that they have a sexual addiction. First of all,
what's the sexual addiction?
Yeah, is that like okay? Like, okay, Eric Benet. He lost. Damn, who was he married to? Holly Berry. Over some like sexual addiction thing he had, or about porn or something. I don't know what a sexual addiction is.
Well, I feel like this. What is a sexual addiction to?
I mean, drugs is you got to have.
If it's to your mate, I don't see the problem.
Yeah, if you want to fuck, I mean, shit.
So sex addicts can have sex up to 3 to 5, 6, 7 times a day. That's the definition of a sex addict.
Now, when I was 16 on a Saturday night, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but you talking about
37? No, baby.
They got no blue pills for you now, bro.
No, I don't need that. But I'm just saying, like, it's a difference.
I don't got that type of energy. No
when you was younger, it's a difference between being a gunner and a sniper. You know what I'm saying? See, as a gunner, you can just pop, 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 pop. You just shoot all day. But a sniper, you just wait for that one perfect shot, and then you've accomplished your mission. You know what I'm saying?
Well, that's it for my jank because I can't ask the rest of these not today anyway. Yep.
Wow, you scared? I'm not gonna pay you no attention, man.
I'm not answering. I'm not asking these questions.
What?
No, because you're gonna start commenting and then I'm gonna throw up on somebody.
I'm
not answering. No, I just told you. I'm not asking these questions.
What's the question?
No, she can't be good. You see, she be posting on my page. That's why I need to block her on some of the stuff I post.
Block me.
Yo, I just unblocked my mom, yo.
I wish you would.
Why? Some stuff you just don't have to say.
Well, don't put it up there then.
All right, I'm gonna speak. Oh,
okay.
See?
You see, this is you. So, did you expect anything different?
Well, I'm gonna say it. Oh my God, this is so terrible. I feel so weird right now. All right,
just do it.
I ain't listening.
Yeah, you're listening. You're listening extra hard now. Shit, let's get that out the way. Now you're listening.
Hey, yo,
now she probably gonna stop working and everything like this.
I ain't gonna say
I'm gonna be one of the guests on the show, man. Like we gonna sit
we
on the
should
couch.
do that. Matter of fact, I told you we were supposed to buy her some roses today, and you didn't. Yeah, see, dropped the ball.
I can't even catch.
Alright, one question before I go into the other stuff. Have you ever been with a girl outside? I mean, not y'all married wise or whatever. Have you ever been with a girl and like you chilling at her house or whatever? Her mother came on to you, like for real, not testing you. I'm talking about like really wanting to give you that. Oh, y'all done missed out on life.
I was a very sheltered individual growing up.
Well, I was living one, so
you know.
Then I left the next day, so it was all good.
But the question is, did you do it?
I just said I did it and left the next day.
Oh, so you did hit the mama.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, so whoever the mama was that came on the TO, I hope she liked the podcast page too. I'm gonna clip this part.
I'm not friends with the girl up here.
That's alright.
I mean, on Facebook, period.
I found a way.
Probably.
You gonna end up telling me who it was.
It wasn't my fault. I was minding my business.
You was minding your business. So
Minding
you
my
mean her
business.
mama just came on to you?
Drunk in the kitchen.
How old was you when this happened?
I was already gone from the house, so
Okay,
it's
now.
past 18.
Okay.
But I couldn't buy liquor yet, cause she bought it.
So you were 19.
So it was between 18 and 20.
You don't have this drink.
It was in downtown stuff.
What? You don't have this drink.
That's what I'm gonna leave it at, cause some
You're a
people
fan
don't know
of the
what
swirl.
it is. Oh no, I love the swirl. You know what? That's a good topic though.
What was up?
I would fuck outside my race, but I would not marry outside my race.
Hey, I got one for you. Can you be pro-black but marry somebody of a different race?
That don't even make sense.
I'm just asking.
Now, if it does
It
make
was a
sense,
question
explain
I
to
was
me.
saying. I don't know. That's why I asked.
I love the rainbow, but I'm not gonna marry
What you
outside my
think about
race.
that? Like you said to see the dudes, hey man, I'm gonna tell you, man, and the white man this, and the white man that, and the white man this. You
Hey,
like,
you gotta-
well, who your baby mama?
Oh.
They got 5 mixed babies. You like,
Hey, how do y'all feel about? You know what? I'm gonna ask a serious. Well, it ain't really serious, but y'all know that movie that's out now called what is it? Slim Queen Slim.
Queen Slim.
The girl Queen got a white husband, but how do you portray now? This is acting. But before I knew she had a husband, well, I never even seen the movie. But people was like, I actually had seen mixed reviews about it because they was like, oh my, the females like, oh my god, they were so in touch with a black woman, something with a protecting a black male. But then I see some dudes like, fuck this shit.
I mean, it's they.
But can a black woman portray a black woman with a nigga husband that has a white husband on the outside? I don't care how good of an actor you are.
I mean, it's acting for a job. I mean, they said the dude that did Birth of a Nation, that wrote it and all that, got a white wife. So.
Yeah, they did. Got the dude Key Peele, the other one, one of them got a white wife.
Yeah, the dude that made Get Out.
Yeah, he got a white wife. He's like,
What's it, Byron?
so I guess people was like,
Yeah, what's up with that? I ain't heard nothing lately about it, but it looked like. I guess
So they waiting for the Supreme Court, the second part of it, and it's crazy because the Justice Department is lobbying against civil rights of black people.
Yeah.
They got William Barr testifying against Byron Allen in favor of Comcast, which is unprecedented. Like, of course, this administration is off its rocker anyway.
Yeah.
But, you know what I'm saying? How you had a Justice Department lobbying against civil rights for black people in the Supreme Court? Like, I just don't understand. But that's where we at now. So we're waiting for that next step.
And with that, do you think, let's say he does win, you think you'll see more black, I guess, station owners or moguls or however you...
Well, if he does win, that means that more black networks will be able to be mainstream, so they'll be able to be on Comcast and Cox and other networks. So you'll see more diversity. But if he loses, that means that it's going to be...
Same old...
No, it's going to be less. Because now, now if he loses, so now it's hard you have to be able to prove discrimination 100%. You know what I'm saying? Whereas at first, like, you can say, oh, well, they didn't hire me because I was black. Now you got to be able to prove that 100%.
that's hard to do.
And that's impossible.
Yeah.
It's impossible.
Cause
you was right there. You was at 99, but you know,
I just read something that it's some broadcast companies that's trying to keep Ice Cube.
They are.
So
that's what he going to court for now.
And the same thing with Bill Cosby. That's why these rape allegations, because he wanted to buy NBC. Was it NBC? I don't know.
That was years ago though. Like that was.
Now he getting, you know what I'm saying? It's a lot of stuff that's crazy, but anyway.
But the system is not broken. It just never was designed for you.
Exactly.
So it's not that it's broken. It just never was
won't end up
designed for you at all. So
now it'd be like, you like, man, well, how come I ain't come to the party? You won't invite it.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's basically
That's
it.
why you wasn't there. Like what? Oh yeah, but I'm saying, well, we run this. We didn't want you here. So.
Yeah, that's it. You was considered property, so that's. It wasn't outlined for you to begin with. You were not part of We the People.
Oh, man, you're like, yeah, that's right. We is like, nah, play you.
Yeah.
Wanna give me some milk or something?
Right.
This ain't got nothing to do with you.
Oh yeah, that's right. I'm not asking this. No.
So you want all the questions and you scared to ask stuff.
No, that's out of respect for his thought. That's what I'm not asking.
Okay, makes sense.
That's why. You feel me?
That's
it for my phone.
That's all you got?
Yeah. The rest of my jig is called R. Okay. Extra R.
Let me ask you this, man. You know what I'm saying? And then we'll go ahead and wrap up. I mean, I said, we gotta get to today. I gotta watch my boys play. So, do you think,
He about to rush us to watch a bum team play. Y'all see this, America? This is the type of person I got to work with on a daily basis on the weekend. That's why shit don't.
You don't like your job, then quit.
Whoa,
oh, yeah, that's right. Bad hair. That's bad hair.
Cause I know you about to smack.
I'm about to turn it. So with
it's all love around here.
So with the recent thing, let's talk about the Michael Vick thing, and we can even throw Chris Brown in it. No, not even just the dogs, man. Do you think like in America they have a problem with forgiving black men for things that they've done?
Absolutely.
Way in the past.
Of course.
They only ask because of the Pro Bowl thing, and then people like, well, Chris Brown, he beat Rihanna like, yo,
see,
13 years ago.
But see, the same people that tell you to forget about slavery, but you can't
exactly.
forget about Michael Vick. You can't forget. So which one is it? Like,
while your cousin up the street taking pictures with bears and deers in his yard with a big shotgun, talking like, yeah, boy.
Absolutely.
Come on now.
They pick and choose.
Man, yeah.
They pick and choose.
Oh, should we bring the purge in? I know it's a movie. Should we purge?
No.
Okay. I feel you.
That's tough. You basically just.
I ain't even wearing a mask. They make that a.
Nah, but
I'm not wearing a mask.
Do you actually think if we allowed that 24 hours, you think they're not going to eliminate? They're going to eliminate all of us.
I think I'm racist when it comes to that.
Have you seen the purge? Have you seen the first purge?
You talking about the movie or you talking about the
movie
USA
First Purge? The movie First Purge, not just the first Purge movie. The last Purge movie they did.
That went backwards to like when they first wanted to do it. I seen it, but it was like, So I mean,
the message that was in it though.
Yeah. Okay. You know what? I think I stopped watching it because the message started constantly. But then, like I said, I think I'm racist because you tell me I got 24 hours to kill folk. I guarantee all I'm aiming at is white people.
But here's what I'm getting.
I'm being honest with you.
Here's what I'm getting.
I'm shooting all white people.
But here's what I'm getting at with that movie, with that particular one, when they was paying people to do the purge, right?
Oh,
and they realized that people wasn't killing, so they sent their mercenaries to the hood to start taking out all the black people.
Chicago.
You know what I'm saying? Was it Chicago? New York?
No,
that's what they're doing now.
They're in Chicago.
So it's like, okay, we get, you know what I'm saying? We get what it is, so, you know.
I mean, they got pictures of mercenaries in Chicago and saying it's black on black crime.
You know what? if they really came up, you know, we outnumber white people like a motherfucker for real. We outnumber.
Oh, you talking about minorities in general?
Yeah, minorities. We outnumber.
Well, we're so divided.
That's another thing. We'll never really accomplish a lot until we all get on the same page. And what I say by that is the ignorance that our people do, like the videos you will see, like over that Popeye chicken sandwich. Come on. Yeah. How we gonna get taken seriously? Y'all acting stupid as hell in a restaurant over a fucking sandwich. You feel me?
Don't let the media.
That's just one thing, though. That's just one thing.
That's just the media.
You got the parents at school acting crazy at graduations. You know what I'm saying? How about we start conducting ourselves? See, that's the thing, though. It is about social media. How about we do more stuff to be on social? Instead of us filming fights, let's film somebody walking across the stage. Let's film somebody, you know what I'm saying, clapping instead of twerking and shit. I mean, we all got to do that. You're positive, right?
Right, absolutely.
Mike is positive, right?
Most of the part.
I'm taking pictures of twerking. Guess who's gonna get more views on this couch?
All right, so this is the thing that we always do. Like, don't get caught up in what media portrays, because what happens is we only 13% of America. You know what I'm saying? And our stuff is always magnified by 1,000.
Yeah, it is.
Now you try to tell me that the other majority of America is not all hunky-dory all the time. Like, if we go to the red states, you know what I'm saying, like South Dakota, North Dakota, Alabama, like if you go to those states, which are the poorest, and they're Republican-led, you don't think that if you go to them trailer parks, there's a whole bunch of nonsense going on there too?
Of course.
Yeah. But why is it not magnified though?
All I'm saying is it's because we put our own selves out there.
They put themselves too, but you just don't see it.
Yeah.
I think they kind of say the same thing, but I get what you're saying.
If you actually look at, like, with stuff like that, stuff happens in proximity. You know what I'm saying? So look at who runs media, right? Of course, they're going to show more of us acting crazy because it fits their narrative.
Right.
We have to create the angry black man, angry black woman. So which way to fix that narrative is we just show it to you constantly. Just like the terrorism thing. We want to make you think that people from the Middle East are terrorists.
But the white man is the number one terrorist in America.
And I'm going to tell you, I actually hung with people in the Middle East. The only difference from them and us, besides their morals, is location. I was sitting over there, bro, and this was back in 06. You know what I'm saying? And I sat down and had conversations with people from Turkey, people from Uganda and Africa, people from Saudi Arabia, Kuwait, all these places. You know what I'm saying? People in Iraq, Iran, like they really are no different. Like I was talking to Iraqi dudes, they was telling me about Britney Spears and Michael Jackson, bro. You know what I'm saying? Now, of course, there was a language barrier, but we found ways to get around that. And they, you know, they want the same things we want. You know what I'm saying? Peace, tranquility, the best for your kids, all of that. So it's like, once you see stuff like that, and you come back to America, man, you be sick. You be like, yo, I hate this place. Yeah. You know what I mean?
But and it's like, media is really killing us as a whole, because even if you look at Africa is the biggest continent in the world. But when you look at it on TV, all they want to show you is us in huts, you know what I'm saying, going from village to village, walking on our bare feet.
Them starving kids.
Right, but have you ever seen other pictures of Africa? It's a beautiful continent.
And Jamaica.
Right, and it's like we flourishing over there, but they'll never show you that. Why you think everybody going back to Ghana? You know what I'm saying? Ghana is a beautiful country. Right now, like, and that's what Akon be trying to tell y'all, like, y'all could come here and live like kings. Because I know, like, when I was living in Northern Virginia, it was a lot of people from Ghana that worked. He said, all we do is come here, stack our money, and go back to Ghana and live like kings for $500 a month. Huh?
What part of Northern Virginia?
I lived in Alexandria.
Okay, I did a lot of work out there in Arlington.
Yeah, so it's like they'll work they'll work straight for like 3-5 years, stack their money, go back, and for $500 a month US dollars, you can live in a mansion, have a butler, a driver, and have a whole compound for $500 a month. But they don't tell you that. You know? Exactly.
And then on top of that too, I tell people, man, if Africa is so poor, then why does every major nation
they raping
in the US in the world go there for all the resources? You know what I'm saying? So it's like it's something there, and the only reason they tell you it's that bad because it's something they don't want you to have.
Absolutely.
Akon doing his thing. A lot of people don't know Lil Jon doing his thing over there.
He opened up his another school in Ghana. You know what I'm saying? It's Africa is the only continent that's connected to the earth. So if you look at it, I don't know how I got it, but if you look at it, all the continents broke off from Africa. All of them did. The Pangea, If you ever research the Pangea, all the continents broke off from Africa. We are the official motherland of the whole world. You know what I'm saying? So that's why all the resources are manifested in Africa. And that's why they killed Gaddafi. Because he tried to make the dollar based off of gold, which of course all comes from Africa. So if you do that, you upset the whole apple tree cart for the world economy.
Oh man, well he over there killing his people. That ain't what y'all there for.
Oh man,
I got a question to wrap this up. Finish.
Alright, what's up?
Y'all good?
Yeah.
We ain't gonna get into the details of that.
Comedy day.
We'll be here for a whole another hour and a half talking about that, man.
All right, black youth need mentors like this young man. Well, he kind of Morgan Freeman old, just like him. So, but we still need men like this in the world. You know what I'm saying? You know who it is.
Right.
I'm gonna leave a question for y'all for next time. So, is Jesus black, white, or made up? Peace out.